but I am certain of it this time. After all, how many times can something go wrong? Oh, that heavenly sword attack is so fun.
We will all perish.
Here we go. I think this is it.
Oh, over here. Look for the stairs.
Yep.
It always seems like when we get an experience boost, or not. Well, I guess it wasn't an experience boost; it was a speed boost. But it seems like whenever we get an experience boost, like the enemies all seem to like disappear.
Well, usually you get the experience boost by killing a bunch of different people at the same time, so usually you get it right as it ends a wave.
That explains it.
Although if you see experience boost written under like a kill streak, that actually means that it multiplied the experience you would have gotten for that kill streak.
Yeah,
That,
right, yeah.
Alright,
this
so the map just marked this thing.
Oh, this is a boss here too.
Maybe. Oh shit, you found a different thing than I was looking at. Going your way. Oh, you found the catapult. Perfect. Alright, I know one of the other ones is up here.
Nice gate.
Yep. Be sure to let me know if you need to actually sleep at some point.
Well, I would like to stay up a little later. If I go to sleep anywhere before midnight, I'm afraid that I'm going to wake up at like, 4 a.m.
Well, I'm sort of in the same boat of wanting to stay up a little later, so I'm happy to keep you company for a bit. We'll see. Oh shit, no! I'm dead.
You actually
Oh, just barely. Oh, I nearly died. You need to be careful. I got frozen and then basically ganged up on. I can do some pretty amazing damage, but I do not have nearly the ability your character has to stay alive if they start paying attention to me.
These birds are everywhere.
Yep. They are a common lot.
They just keep swooping in.
Huh. Just earned an achievement for killing 1,000 people with corpses.
Oh, not this
Alright.
way. Oh.
If I had to guess, I'd say it was probably more down to the right, but I say we head up this way just to check it out real quick. Just be certain. I'm really sad we have not found any lightning shrines yet. Those are so much fun. Alright, so not up here. Alright, I'm betting up this way then. We only need one more of those fuckers blown up. Have a mini quest up here or something.
Oh yeah, I'll like to see it myself.
What?
Is that a mini quest?
Yeah, I just talked to that guy and got a weapon off of him.
We'll hold this bridge as long as we can.
Nothing over here.
Yeah, I'm betting it has to be down this way then. There's only so many options after all.
Pretty big area.
Yeah, they can get pretty large. Here we go. Found it.
Ah.
Okay, now we need to find Arrakis Crossing, which is I think where you were, on that bridge up here. Yep, this is Arrakis Crossing.
I could no longer sit idly by.
I was gonna say, where were you the whole time?
Pray forward.
Yeah, considering in the first few, like, Diablo games, he's a major character, and he's the one who basically is giving you all of your orders. In this game, he takes a surprisingly, like, you know, pathetic back seat. I mean, sure, he fell out of heaven, but kind of wussy if you ask me.
No loser falls out of heaven.
Well, we're going to heaven next, by the way. And heaven's not doing too hot right now. And that was actually one of the things that was kind of surprising in the game, is in the previous ones you were always heading basically down. And usually would end up in hell at the end of it, whereas this one ends in heaven having been taken over. Which is a wonderfully cheesy plot in general, but... you know. This entire game is pretty cheesy.
Ah.
Actually, I think the closest we get to the hell of this game is going to be in this level. Because I think we're heading there, heading close to it soon now.
It definitely looks like it.
Well, if I remember right, like, I never really got very deeply into the lore of this game, but I think this whole, like, fortress, the reason it's so fucking huge is that this was, like, one of the closest points to the entrance of the, you know, the underworld area, so... I think we're heading towards it, certainly. I need suntan lotion. As I am very white.
So many bad guys. They just keep coming.
Oh, this is actually a worthy little side path.
Oh.
I think there's actually some, like a mini event in here. Oh no, it's just a merchant. And a bunch of shit to break. So you can sell off any of the stuff you don't need right now.
I'm trying to take it back to forge it, but I don't know, that may not be as...
It's helpful, but you can afford to sell off one truckload if you want to, just to save on space and time. I mean, you'll get more. Oh, you're already back in the other area? You are.
I'm just right up here.
Justice is done.
Heading up to you.
Do 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 killing dams.
Alright. New waypoint opened.
Oh man. Another 10 minutes of this and I may have to call it.
That's fine. I think this is a boss right here. Yep, this is a boss. So if you want to get some sleep, this would be a good point after this to do it. Welcome to living Siege Engine of Hell.
Oh wow, he grabbed it.
Yep, he will bite you. Ooh. Legendary gloves. Okay, so yeah, if I pop everything at once, that did a lot of damage. As long as I don't let him grab me.
Where's this go?
I think that'll take... We just need to get to the next area with a a teleporter, which I think should be right in here. Yep, there it is.
You've killed one of my...
Mount Arid Crater. And now we get to kill a lady spider boss. That's the next thing, at least.
Inventory. Such a good helmet, but man, it just doesn't have a gem slot in it.
Well, if you really want it, you could go re-roll a gem slot into it. Or I could show you how, at least.
I mean, I guess the helmet I got's fine, but it's really low level, all things considered.
Yeah, I mean, once we get level 70, it's not going to matter. But if you are curious, by the way, it's over here. The option is called Enchant. And what you have to do is you have to choose a statistic that you want to re-roll. And you have to have a certain number of crafting materials and money to do it. And you have to make sure that you choose a stat that can be re-rolled as a you know, a socket. So if you go to the enchant option up top, put the item in there, and then basically you'll see like 4 options usually.
So put the thing that I want to have a gem slot.
Yep. So you put the helmet you want to put a gem slot in. And then you need to look at the
Oh,
four
the Mystic
stats.
needs to be level 12. Okay.
Oh, okay. I didn't know it took that high.
Okay, now she's level 12.
Oh, damn, you have some Death Breath at this point?
Apparently I did.
Nice. Yeah, that's rare shit. Okay, so basically, you should have 4 stats there that you can re-roll.
5. Strength, vitality, weapon, or sweep attack damage, arcane resistance, and duration of control, impairing effects.
Alright, well, basically, next to each one of the stats you can re-roll, you need to click the little question mark, and that'll show you every other stat it could become. So you need to figure out which one of those could become a slot.
Well, the first 3 of them, at the very bottom, it says sockets with a parentheses and 1. I guess that means it has a chance of getting 1 socket.
Yep. So you choose whichever one you like the least, and then you basically start re-rolling it. By the way, once you've chosen one stat to re-roll, you can never re-roll a different stat, only that one. But this isn't like a max level item, so it doesn't matter too much.
Enchanting an item will bind it to your account. Continue.
Yep. Just means you can't ever trade it with anybody.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, soulbound means that you can't give it to a different character. Account bound means you can't trade it to a different player.
Ah, okay. Well, unfortunately, it did not come with a gem slot. But I guess that's the
Yep. You
chance
just
you
gotta
take.
choose one of the 3 and try again. You can give it a few tries. Like, it's pretty cheap at first. And if you get lucky, you might get a good one.
Don't believe it worked, unfortunately. I didn't get it yet, but...
Okay, well you can basically re-roll that stat over and over and over again to see what you get. And what happens is every time you re-roll it, you should be given 3 choices of what you want to put there. One will always be the original stat you re-rolled, and then there'll be 2 other new options.
Do I have to choose one of the new ones or the same one?
You can choose the same one if the new ones are worse.
Ah, okay. Gotcha.
So yeah, you could re-roll it a few times and it wouldn't be too expensive, but yeah, it becomes costly pretty quick. But yeah, that's the basics of it.
I have legendary boots on that leave fire in my wake.
Oh, nice. That's
Does
actually pretty
damage.
useful. Yes, that's one of the more interesting sort of legendary stats you'll find, at least as a generic one. So yeah, now your boots are just leaving behind constant damage.
Alright, well, let's smelt all this. I've got to have a lot of materials by now that are...
If you want to see how many, go into your inventory and down next to your money at the bottom there's a little anvil tab. Click that and it'll show you how many materials you have.
636 reusable parts, 308 arcane dust, 219 veiled crystal, and 3 forgotten souls.
Nice. Yeah, Forgotten Souls you only get for disenchanting legendaries.
I'm sure I knew what I was doing when I did it.
You did.